Johannesburg Metrobus management has halted all bus services in the city and has asked commuters to make alternative travel arrangements. Now, this comes as a strike by members of the Democratic Municipal and Allied Workers Union enters a second day. The union says the strike is over salary progression, among other issues. DEMAWUSA says they will continue with the strike until their demands are met. On the agenda now, we're joined by the union spokesperson, Dion Makhura. So thank you very much indeed for coming through. Firstly, let's get your list of demands.
Yeah, we this time we have only two demands. The first demand is that employees have to be paid salary progression.
What does it mean?
And salary progression is very simple. It's like yourself, you might be a journalist. There will be a junior journalist, there will be a senior journalist. That is what we want Metrobus to do. And that issue is not a new issue. Progression have been there since 2009, but it's selective. So we are saying that you can't be selectively paying people different.
How so is it selective?
I can give you a simple story. There is a mechanic who have been hired, I think it's 2 years ago. They were there for the past 15 years. But when he arrived, his salary was taken to the difference to the older mechanic. It's over 8,000. And we are saying it's unfair. This salary progression have to apply across the board. That is what fairness dictates.
Right. So that's one. What's the second one?
The second issue, you will remember, on the 30th of June 2018, Metrobus, we entered into a recognition agreement. We are a recognized union in the Johannesburg, and it's the only entity where we are recognized. So along the way, we go and demand to say that we have to have offices, because there are other two unions. They have offices, they have resources. And that is what we are pleading with them to say, treat us like other people.
Right. But Metrobus put out a statement yesterday, I'm just looking at it now, and it says that DEMAWUSA is a minority union which has limited administrative rights only. So does that knock the sails out of your negotiation with Metrobus?
We agree that we might be minority union, but I just want to give you a simple understanding. Metrobus have 807 employees. We have over 300 membership. Now, the problem is that our members are not allowed to resign from this Imadu and Sam. So if we have 300 members and all these members are allowed to resign from Imadu and Sam, it therefore means that Imadu and Sam have to share the 500. So who is majority? Majority is ourselves. But we don't want to discuss that. There is no any law which says that a minority union cannot place a demand. Hence, they go to court, the court allows us and say, no, your strike is fair, you follow all the rules.
So this is a protected strike?
It's a protected strike, confirmed by the court judgment on the 30th of August.
Talk to us about your interactions with the employer up to today.
What we have seen, remember this strike was supposed to start on the 2nd of September. Metrobus ran to court to interdict the strike. We go to court on the 29th. The judgment was reserved for the 30th. When we go back to the 30th, the judgment was in our favor. And then we issue another strike notice, do the secret balloting as per law, and so on and so on. And then from there, we therefore start to communicate with them last week to say we have to have picketing rules. They are not cooperating. Until yesterday, I have to drive with other leaders of the trade union and go to the door of the managing director to say, listen here, we have to enter into these picketing rules. We have been promised that we have to come back today. Today, we are not going to deal with the two issues. We are still fighting for the picketing rule, something which is very simple.
So just tell us about this picketing rules. What are we talking about here?
I think there is an amendment in the Labour Relations Act, which I think is Section 69, which says that when you are going to embark on a strike, obviously the commissioner who issued the certificate could have give us that picketing rule or make parties to agree in the picketing rule. Picketing rule is like, let's say the SABC employees are on strike. we have to agree in terms to say when you picket, how many meters are away from this gate, what is that you have to do, what is that you are not allowed to do, fighting other employees who are not striking, maybe carrying weapons and so on and so on. Those are the issues which
so
are...
if this is a protected strike, why aren't you getting the rules approved?
They are arrogant, but if today they don't give us those rules, we are going to approach the CCMA to impose, because the CCMA is allowed to impose those rules, because we have given them those rules since last week. They are not coming forth, and yesterday we have been told, I've just left the other team of leadership at Metrobus now at 9. I don't know whether we are going to be able to reach that. But the unfortunately part now, where we are sitting, yesterday around about 7 in the afternoon, we received papers they want to go to court tomorrow at 10 to Labour Court to interdict again
the strike.
Yeah.
I just want to get to two very quick issues with regards to, we're running fast out of time. Metrobus issued a statement yesterday talking about a hijacked bus which has since been recovered and a driver that has been assaulted. What's your response to that?
That issue is unfortunately, when you are dealing with the people who are not maybe faithful to the community, it's a problem. When I started hearing that issue yesterday morning, I was in Gandhi Square. The first was that the bus was hijacked between Rodiport and Johannesburg. The statement changed. No, the bus was hijacked at Gandhi Square. What happened because of this frustration, mind you, we have been asking them to enter into agreement for picketing. So now you have these striking members. They don't know when they wake up in the morning, where do they go? So obviously Gandhi Square, maybe they view it as a place where they can stand there. One driver arrived, he's a white guy. Arrived, he was with his wife in the bus. When he arrived at Gandhi Square, because of seeing these many people who are on strike, I think he have a problem to say maybe they are going to do something. He took off his wife, he go outside the bus, they left. But what I have done immediately when I realized that somebody have left the bus, I therefore spoke to the JMPD, because JMPD was there. How then a bus is hijacked when JMPD is there? We spoke to them, they come and fetch the bus. But in their paper now, they are no longer saying that the bus has been hijacked. They are saying that the driver has been intimidated. So their story, they have, I think, almost, if you can follow them, they have almost 4 stories which are not the same.
Can you categorically deny that your members are involved in any sort of intimidation with regards to drivers?
Yes, I do deny. We did, mind you, that is our perception. They might have sent that bus to Gandhi Square so that they'll be able to go back to court to say that we are intimidating people. Because why only one bus was dispatched yesterday? There was no other buses yesterday. Only that one bus dispatched is taken to the people where people are standing there as people who are striking, who are not allowed to have the picketing rule. So that was something which there are a lot of questions which cannot be answered.
Well, a lot of questions. We'll try to bring in a Metrobus in a short while to get some answers to some of these questions. Thank you very much indeed for putting your case across as well. That was Dion Makhura from DEMAWUSA. Okay, we're going to take a quick break.